Hey there, Internet. My name's Dave, and I'm back. Sorry about the absence. I actually got pretty sick around, I think it was April 1st. Actually, it was a great April Fool's Day joke that my body played a trick on. But um, yeah, basically what happened was I basically felt like I was having a heart attack, and uh, it was bad. Like it was real bad. And I come to find out that, I decided, let's try to cut some stuff out that I've been doing. And the major factor that I could see that I do, or that I have been doing for a long time, was caffeine. I've always drank energy drinks ever since I was in the Navy. Um, and I would have, sometimes two or three a day. And I've been doing that for over 10 years, or about 10 years straight. So, I think it was just about time that my body was just kind of telling me, hey, maybe, cool it a little bit. So, this period of time that I had taken off was just me trying to let my body adjust to no caffeine, because I haven't touched caffeine since April 1st. And I have to say, I mean, I thought it was going to be really, really hard to do, but when you feel like you almost died, some of that stuff is a little bit easier to drop. So I'm good now, and I'm feeling a lot better. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update as to where I was and what was going on. Um, I know that I've missed a lot of stuff since I've been gone. And even more so recently, the next thing that I plan on doing is I saw that Baby Metal had released a new music video. So, I'm really looking forward to checking that out. And I will be doing that after this video. But I also saw that there was some news that there's a lot of, I guess, concern for YUIMETAL. And she apparently was not. She was actually sick, I guess, back in December, and she missed a couple shows. But I guess even now, like on this U.S. tour, she's still not there. And a lot of people are really concerned about, what's going on or where she's at, if she's sick, or if, what's going on. Like, is there a contract issue? But I'm trying not to get too much into that. I'm looking up this statement that the band. Well, I don't think it's the band. It's a spokesperson for the company, or for the band. It's basically just saying she remains a member of the band, but she is not on this current U.S. tour. There's a new narrative for the future of the band, which is currently evolving. The storyline has changed. So. From what I can tell there, it's a little weird, because I mean, I'm trying to stay positive about it. Maybe it's just a theatrical kind of thing that they're gonna do throughout the tour, and that's not really surprising if you think about it, as it's a Japanese band. It's not a U.S. band. It's not a Western band. It's a Japanese band. They do things much differently, and that's kind of that's why people are so drawn to them, because it's a show. It's an actual show. It's a theatrical show every time they play, or every time they do something new. So, do I agree with the move to just like cut out one of the members for a tour? No, not really. But if that's part of their narrative, then what they should have done, because I know there's been a lot of complaints about just the fact that there's been no communication. So, what they could have done before the tour started was let everyone know, hey, by the way, Yui's not going to be on the U.S. tour, at least the U.S. tour. We're not sure about the rest of the tour around the world, but the U.S. tour for sure, she's not going to be there. They could have at least let us know that. And I have a feeling that they didn't want to do that because they felt like they would lose out on potential ticket sales and things of that nature. But at the same time, it seems kind of devious when you're not letting your fans know what to expect, and making them think that, hey, Yui's going to be there, like all three of the girls are going to be there, I definitely want to go see it. And then you get there and you're let down because you only see Sue and Moa, and you're like, where's Yui? So, it's I get the frustration for sure, and I definitely think that they easily should have handled this situation much better. But it is what it is. It's already been done. I'm not going to sit here and try to be like, oh well, now I can't support them anymore because I feel like my trust has been betrayed and all of that. No, I mean, it's I've come to expect this to a certain extent after seeing live concerts of these groups. Like things like this kind of happen, and the more research that I did, the more that I found that this happens a lot, especially in Japanese like bands and stuff like that. Especially when people leave or whatever, like they just kind of leave and someone else comes in, replaces or whatever, And that's not to say that that's what's going to happen. We don't know that Yui's done. We don't know that she's leaving. We don't know that they're replacing her. It's just maybe, they thought at the time that when she was sick in December, like legitimately sick and had to miss those shows, maybe they thought, hey, that could be a cool new idea for, now we've got to go find Yui. Like, people were worried, where is she? So it's like a narrative kind of thing. But I don't know. I mean, again, it's all speculation, and it's something that, I'm not going to sit here and try to figure it out because we don't have any information, and there's no sense in getting worked up about something that in the end might not even be a big deal. Like, yes, it's a big deal for the people who are going to the live shows, for sure, because they feel betrayed because, they're selling tickets with all three of the girls on them, and then one of them's not there. That is a thing. But at the same time, that shouldn't be something that makes you feel like, well, now I can't support them anymore because of this one thing. Like, I get it if you're a YUIMETAL fan. I honestly get it. But there's more to the band than just YUIMETAL. I know there's a whole thing of like, if you don't have one, then you don't have the band or whatever, but the band itself is still really good. And I want to see what they sound like now because, I'm pretty sure that they've switched a couple people around in the band itself too, and I just want to know what it sounds like now, but, I'm going based off of me just trying to stay positive about this because I know there's a lot of people that are definitely worried, and I just don't see them doing that out of nowhere. I don't see them being like, you know what, Yui is not, we need to replace her, or she, her being like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. And if she doesn't, that's fine, but I don't really see that because if what I remember correctly is that when she was actually sick back in December, they were planning on canceling the shows, and she told them to do the shows because of the fans. So, I feel like she wouldn't just leave the band. It's, I don't know, that's just my thing. Like, I really don't think that she would just leave the band, and that she would want to leave the band, and I don't think that they would force her to leave the band. I think that, they just thought that this is a good idea for the narrative, and, we'll just go with it from there. But again, I do strongly agree that they should have communicated that fact before they started the tour, because, again, you're taking advantage of your fans at this point. These fans were very loyal, and, we've come to expect something to a certain degree over the years, and then when one of them is just all of a sudden not there, and there was no warning that she wouldn't be there. It's a big deal, So we'll see. I'm gonna remain positive, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I just I'm sure that everything will work itself out. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I am a little concerned that they're going to be adding more characters apparently. But, it's whatever. As long as they don't detract from what made them them, then it's all right. You know, if they're just backup dancers or something, who cares? You know, like they can be backup dancers or in the background dancing. It's, you know, I don't care about that as long as the main three still get to be there. You know, but we'll see. Anyways, uh, I didn't even want to rant about that for so long, but I feel like I have to. But I am going to go ahead and end the video here. I am going to be checking out the distortion music video right after this, and hopefully get back into just a regular schedule of uploading again. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!